Hello and welcome to a video overview of how to create a website using Google Sites. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log into your district email. So I'm going to model how to do this with a student account. So you go to your MPS Connect account. So I'm going to choose for students and then log in. And today I'm going to be EdTech student. And I'm going to put my password in, log in. It'll take me to my email. And what I'm going to want to do then is go up to the 9-square grid, which we call the waffle sometimes. And I'm going to want to find Google Sites. And here's what it looks like right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, select it. And the first time you use Google Sites, you may see a page like this, thinking of creating a website. And this is allowing you to create your own website. We're going to want to use the new Google Sites. So it'll take us to the classic sites. So we want to go over here to the left side and go to new Google Sites. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And a page like this will open. And you can go through the tutorial if you want. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do instead is it'll just really quickly, I guess we'll have to just click get started. And there, now we're ready to get started. So we don't have a website yet. To create your website, what you're going to do is click the plus button in the lower right corner to create a site. And it's creating a site for us right now. Now this site is not published yet. Nobody can see it while you're working on it until you publish it. So the first time you use this again, little tutorials will pop up. I'm just going to X out of them since I'm showing you in this video how to use Google Sites. So the first page that pops up is going to be your home page. So I would title it something, if you're working on a portfolio or something like that for a class, I would title it that. So today I'm going to imagine that I'm working on a social studies portfolio. So all year long, I've been in a 7th grade social studies class, learning different things in history. So I'm going to title this Social Studies Portfolio. Okay. And what I'm going to do with this is I can go ahead over here to themes in the upper right corner, and I can change the color of the background if I want. I can also change the theme. They have several available. So if I don't like the way this one looks, this diplomat one, maybe I want that one. And I think I'll actually use that one, and maybe I'll change the color to this purplish color right here. One other thing I want to do right away is title the site. So I'm going to title this one Peckham, my last name, and then something like my social studies portfolio. So you'll probably want to check with your teacher what the naming convention is on your site. Okay, so I have my title there. I can always add an image to it if I want by clicking here. If I have something saved on my computer, I can upload that image and have it kind of be in the background there. But I'm not going to do that for now. I can change the header type. So if I don't want it, the default is banner, large banner. We'll make it even bigger. I don't want it to be that big. Title only will really shrink it down. So I think I'll just keep it as banner and leave it at that. Now, when I want to add stuff below, all I do is if you're on a district device, you can double tap your trackpad on your device, or if you have a mouse attached to it, just double click, double left click, and it will bring up a menu of items. These are the different items you can add to your site, to any page on your site. And I'll show you how to make extra pages for your site in a little bit. You can add images that you have saved in your drive. You can upload items from your computer. So if you have video or pictures saved on your device, you can upload them to your site. You can embed different items. So if there's a website you want to embed or a Google slideshow or something like that, if you have a Google slideshow or a Google Doc or something like that in your drive, you can add it right from your drive here. So for my social studies portfolio site, I'm going to imagine that my teacher assigned me to do an introduction video for my homepage about myself. So if I had that saved on my computer, I would upload it from my computer. If I have it saved in my Google Drive, I would go to Google Drive and get it from there. So I do have a video from my Google Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And let's see, it's in the shared with me because I shared it from another drive of mine to myself. And here it is right here. So I select it. And after I select it, it turns blue. And then I have to press insert. And it will insert right into my page. Now that's where it will go. If I don't want it to be right there, I can click and drag it over and kind of put it in the middle. If I want it to be larger, I hover over it and click on it, and then I can stretch it out. And I can actually drag these handles to make it larger. And then again, I can hover over it and click and drag it to center it. And I want it to be about right there. Okay, so I have my title of my homepage, Social Studies Portfolio. I've named my website up here, Peckham-My Social Studies Portfolio, and I have my introduction video about myself right here. Doesn't look like an introduction video of me, but let's just imagine it is. So now I'm ready to do another page for my website. To insert another page, you're going to go to the upper right corner and click on Pages. Okay. And right now, all we have is our home page. So to add a new page, I go down to the bottom here, and we click on this plus sign, New Page. And I have to name the page. So let's imagine that my social studies teacher is having us do a review of the year and having us add things in from what we learned about. So one of the things I have to add in is a Civil War page, since we learned all about the Civil War this year. So I'm going to go ahead and name it and click Done. And so now I have my Civil War page all ready for me to work on. Again, I can double tap down here to add any of these items. And right now I want to add this middle item, text. Okay, so one of the things that was required of me this year was to make a political cartoon, or to find a political cartoon having to do with the Civil War. So I'm going to title this Political Cartoon of the Civil War. Okay, and all I have to do, if I press enter on my keyboard, it's going to allow me to keep typing text. To get out of that, I just go ahead and click out of it, and there it is. It's already saved. And in Google Sites, everything's saving as you go. Okay, so now down here, I want to add that political cartoon. It's not in my drive. I actually have a picture of it stored on my device. So I'm going to double click here. And because it's stored on my device, I need to upload it from my device. So I click on Upload, and the dialog box will open. I have it in my Pictures folder, and I have it in my camera roll. So it's a Civil War cartoon right here. So I select it, click Open, and it will upload the image there. So again, it puts it here. If I want to click and drag it and make it in the middle, I can. I can click on it. I can drag these out to make it bigger. Okay, so I'm going to keep expanding it, and I think that's big enough, and I'll just kind of click and drag it toward the middle. Okay, and that's it. Now, if I wanted this title section to go maybe below it, I can click and drag it and move it down. And I see that blue line. I drop it on top of that blue line, and it will stay there. But in this case, I do want it back up, so I just have to hover over this and find these dots right here and click and drag it back up to, there's the blue line right there, and I let go, and there it is. So I'm done with my Civil War page. Maybe my teacher wanted more information and me to type an essay down here. I would just double click, and I could start typing a bunch of stuff for my essay about the Civil War, ... And I'm not going to obviously finish that. Okay, to insert a new page, again, all I have to do is I'm on Pages up here. I click on the plus sign down here, another new page. And this one we're going to do Great Depression. Okay, I'm kind of jumping around in history here. Press Done. And now I have another new page in my website. And again, this one I actually have a Google slideshow that I want to insert. So before I do that, though, I want to kind of give it another title or a subtitle underneath this big Great Depression title. So I'm going to double click on text so I can give it that subtitle. And this one I'll put Great Depression, choose your own adventure Google slideshow because I was required to make a Google slideshow that was a choose your own adventure for the Great Depression. So now I'm ready to insert that Google slideshow right down here. So I'm going to double click and it's saved in my drive. So of these items, I click on from drive and it would be in my drive, but actually it was shared with me from another account of mine. So I'm going to go to shared with me, select this one, and then press insert. Okay, and there it is. Okay, and again, I can click and drag these out. And then I can hover over this and drag it to where I want. Okay, and that's it. So let's just pretend I'm done with my website. I have everything that I need. I have my home page, my Civil War page, and my Great Depression page. If at any time I want to preview what this looks like, I hit this eyeball, and it will actually preview the website for me and what it will look like when people look at it on a computer. If I want to see what it looks like on a tablet, I press this middle one, and this is what it would look like on a tablet, like an iPad or something like that. If I want to see what it looks like on a cell phone, on a smartphone, I click here, and this is what my website here looks like on a cell phone or on a smartphone. I'm going to press the X to exit the preview, and I'm back to my website. Now my website, nobody can see this. It's all saved because all the changes are saving in real time, and it tells you right here, all changes saved in Drive. So it's saving, but I haven't published it yet. So once I'm ready, I'm done with the website, the last step is to publish it. To do that, we go over here to the publish button and we press publish. Okay, and it will give you an web address for it. You press publish, and it's now published. So you can grab this link here, see this chain link right next to the eyeball, and that will give you your web address. So you can copy the link, copy the whole thing, and then you can share that via any type of website. So you can share it on Canvas, share it in Google Classroom, share it that way. Now, by default, the only people who will be able to see that are other students in Mesa Public Schools. So you'll want to make sure to share it with a teacher. You go up here to this little person icon, and it says publish. Anyone at Mesa Public School Unified School District or the student email can view it, but you want to make sure that you invite your teacher. So you type their email address right down here. Okay, so that way they can see it as well. So that's what you'll want to do to get them to look at it. And that would be about it. So that's the way you build your website. That's how you use Google Sites to make different pages and to publish it. And once you have that published, you click on this chain link, and then you can copy the link, and then it's ready for you to paste it. Control V for paste, and you can paste that in Google Classroom, in Canvas, or anywhere else you want to submit that link. And remember, by default, it's only published to people, to other students in the district. If you want to change the publish settings, you go to the little person icon, click on that, and you can change the settings so that others can see it too. If you want anyone in the world to be able to view it, you would click on that right next to publish. Anyone at Mesa Unified School District student email can find and view. You click on the change link, and then you would select this first option. Anyone can find and view the published version, and then press save, and then anyone will be able to view it. Thank you for watching this video overview of how to create a Google site. I hope this information helped.